collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Exgotchalibur from Kamen Rider Gotchard. So this is both a new weapon as well as an add-on to the drivers. You can see over here. So you have this big X sword, but it also transforms and connects to the driver for his powered-up form. It does come with the X-Rex Ride Chemi card. So that is a new card here and gives him this new form you can see over here in the upper left corner. Yeah, pretty much it for the front of the packaging. Over here, again, just showing how you can transform it and connect it to the driver, and of course the card that is included. Down here, it does note that you will need 3 AAA batteries, so definitely something to keep in mind. Over here, we also have the UFO form. Now, if you pre-ordered this for the first run, you got the UFO card, and I believe another card as promo items, and I'll take a look at those in a separate video. And then over here, again, just showing you what's included. Over here on the back, you can see, again, we have the sword. You can put cards in the sword for a special attack. You can transform it and connect it to the driver. Transform, as well as get a special attack there. And then it's just showing you the other cards that you can use. And then, of course, you can do the X cards with a blank and the driver by itself. Now, I've never shown any of those off, so I'm going to do them here in this video toward the end. So we'll include that as well, so finally get to those. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging here, so I'm going to get everything out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. So here is the Exgotchalibur out of the box. As a sword, it's pretty dinky. I mean, the sword blade here is very small, done in this translucent red plastic. We have a lot of translucent red plastic throughout, some nice gold paint here for the X. Here is the trigger button. The speaker is down here on the back. And this is also where you pop the cards in. Now, this is a full reader. It will read all of the cards. I'm obviously not going to show you all of the cards, as that would take forever. But I'll do a couple random ones, and we'll also try out all the X cards. Now, the one thing about this that's a little cumbersome, to turn it on, you have to open up this panel here like you're transforming it for the driver. So you have to hold this button down and pull this button up, and that will unlock this, so that you can flip it open. Now, this is also where you put the batteries in, so there's a little button that you would depress right here. This panel will slide off, and you can put in your 3 AAA batteries, and then pop it back on. And then here is the on and off switch. So there we go. So I'll try to push this up most of the way so that we can see this. And then you just click it back closed. So now it is on. I wish that the on and off switch was a little bit more accessible. I understand with this being the reader, there wasn't really a good place to put it over here. But it would be nice if it was a little bit more accessible. Now, if we just have the sword on its own, you get that generic slash sound. If you hold the button down, nothing special. It's literally just the generic slash sound. So not really much to do with this on its own without any cards, but if we go ahead and bring in our new card, which is the X-Rex card, very nice and sparkly, really nice holofoil there. So this is the first we've seen of this new category, which I'm guessing is all dinosaurs, because it has a little T-Rex head there. So that's cool. I mean, who doesn't love dinosaurs? I'd love to get a whole category here of dinosaurs. But you can see it is 10 there. Really, really nice and holofoil. It is part of the TCS group because it comes with a DX weapon, and it is number 32. You can see it says EX there. But yeah, just all in all, really, really looks nice. Has the X here on the back. So if we go ahead and pop this in, you need to load them in with the back facing forward, just like with the driver. So we'll pop this in. So like I said, it is a full reader, so it said X-Rex, and then it says X/. Basically how this works, if you put one of the X cards in, you're going to get X/. If you put in a non-X card, it's just going to say /, but it will always say the name of the card. So if we pop this back out, and it can be a little difficult to get these out sometimes. There we go. So I have a couple regular cards here that I'm going to try. First up, we'll try Hopper 1. So you heard there it said Hopper 1 and it just said slash. Next up we'll do Steamliner. Now I know Hopper 1 and Steamliner are very important cards to the series, so I wanted to kind of do some couple random ones just to show you that it will read everybody. So here is Skabos. And then here's a rider card. Here's 01. And even a blank card. So there you have it, just a couple random cards, but I also wanted to run through and we'll check out all of the X cards as well. So these are the X cards I have so far. We have Beetle X, we have X Wizard, we have Exceed Fighter, Lixion, X Fortress, and Agoracil. Hopefully it'll tell me how to pronounce that. So we'll run through these real quick. So you heard there we got X slash instead of just slash. Here is X Wizard. All right, Cross Wizard apparently. Here is Exceed Fighter. Here is Lixion. Come on. Here is X Fortress. Ah, that one is 10 Fortress. Okay. Really having fun with the X's on this one. Sometimes it's cross, sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's X. I don't know. And then we'll see how it pronounces this one. Okay, so Zegrasil, Zegorsil. I don't know. I still don't know. But yeah, so that's all the different X ones in here, just with the slash. The X slash is always the same for the X cards, and the slash sound is always the same. But at least it does also read the name of the card, so that's pretty cool. All right, so I brought the driver in here. We'll go ahead and get this transformed. Basically, we have to, once again, push these pieces in so that this will flip up. Then we're going to push this piece down here, and that will release the handle, so that can clip up into place. And then there's a little release right here that we push up, and that will allow the blade to go down and click into place. So interesting thing, the blade will not lock into place if this is still down. And when you flip this down, it'll automatically deploy the blade. So just a little interesting thing there. I'm assuming that's why they couldn't put it in the box in the closed up version, because it would be too awkward to have this piece hanging out, so they had to ship it in sword mode. Now, before you go ahead and drop this in, there's this compartment here on the top of the driver. We've seen that since day one, kind of been wondering what it was for. It's for this. I would recommend just going ahead and kind of waking this up by opening and closing this real quick, because there are times when I go to connect it and nothing happens, so just to make sure it's kind of not asleep. And then as soon as you start to drop this in, and then we'll go ahead and load in our card. And then you want to pull these open or pull them out just like always. So the nice thing is, in this configuration, the speaker is right here on the front, which I appreciate. Now, the thing that's interesting is you don't even have to fully click it into place. As soon as you kind of get it close and it's, you know, hovering close enough that the infrareds can talk to each other, it's going to start the thing. So you don't have to wait until it clicks into place, which is kind of cool. Now, if we close this and open it again, just like usual, we'll get a final attack. So the nice thing is you don't have to squeeze this in to turn it off from the standby music. So we'll go ahead, we'll run through some of the other X cards. So once again, we have Beetle X. So I thought that was kind of cool. It said Insect King when you first popped it in. I thought that was neat. All right, next we have Cross Wizard. Next we have Exceed Fighter. Next up, Lixion. So I assume it was saying Animal Champion, but it sounded like it said Animal Shampoo. Next up, we have 10 Fortress. Sometimes they're a little hard to pop out of there. And then last but not least, we have Zegdrasil. I think that's a D, actually. This font's hard to read. Zegdrasil. So I think that's pretty cool. It's got transformation jingles for all of the X cards, but we'll go ahead and bring in some of those regular cards and see what it does with those. All right, so once again, we will start with Hopper 1. All right, up next we'll do Steamliner. So just kind of a generic transformation. Doesn't have special transformations for the non-X cards. So basically it'll say the name of the card and then give you Shining Fever as the attack. Alright, up next we'll try a Rider card. Here's 01. So basically, any non-X card is going to get that generic transformation sound and then get the Shining Fever attack sound. And I did promise that I would show off all of the X combinations in the driver on its own. So we'll go ahead and start first with X Rex. Next up, we have Beetle X. So they're all just saying number 10 Fever, much like the Legend Riders. They don't have their own unique Fever attack, so I'm not going to do those anymore. Next we have Cross Wizard. Next, Exceed Fighter. Then we have Lixion. Oh, I was going to say, I'm going for some kind of record without getting an error. Knew it was only a matter of time. All right. Now I'm going for a record for number of errors. Alright, we'll try you first. Apparently, the left side of my driver has given up on us. There we go. I like that one a lot. That's got some cool background music. All right, next up we have 10 Fortress. And last but not least, we have Zegdrasil. So there we go. We have our 10 pairs in the Gotchard driver. But one last thing we can do. We can try them all out in the Chemirizer. So that's going to do it for the DX Exgotchalibur. That name needs a little bit of work, but I think this is pretty fun, honestly. Now, of course, it is dinky, especially as Japanese roleplay toys go. I would say it is exceptionally smaller than usual. The blade is just ridiculously small here, but the main attraction of this is attaching it to the driver. You have unique transformation jingles for all the X cards, which I think is really cool. I think it made sense to do something special for all the 10 cards, because you have all the combinations adding up to 10, so when you have a card it's 10 on its own. It makes sense to have kind of something special for that, and I think it's pretty neat. I like what they're doing with it. If you use cards that aren't the X cards, you still get some sound effects. You get kind of a generic transformation jingle, generic attack sound, but at least it still reads them. I mean, it's a full reader. It'll read all of the cards, which is pretty cool, both as attack sounds for the sword as well as when it's attached to the driver. So I think it's fun. I think it's definitely worth checking out. Especially if you've been collecting all the cards up to this point, because you're going to get a ton of functionality out of it because it is a full reader. And if you have all the X cards up till now, you'll get all of those transformation jingles, which I think are a lot of fun. I think the sounds and the jingles and everything have been a lot of fun, and I like it. I like this thing. So, yes, the name needs a little bit of work. Yes, as a sword, it's not that impressive. But the combination with the driver, I think, is where you're going to get the most fun out of it. And I think it's worth checking out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.